Lacrosse. Today, the Bears entertain the Molloy College Lions. Here on a beautiful afternoon, Barry Landers joined by Kevin Fox, the former star at Connecticut High School in Salisbury State, and Arnie Mazer, former star at Hobart College. And Arnie, as we look at this game, very important for New York Tech, a D2 battle, NICAC conference. Both teams are struggling lately. Tech has lost two big games. Last week, a big game to Adelphi, a must game for them today. What can we expect?
Well, we can expect good, straightforward Division II lacrosse. No frills, no fancy stuff. Tech has a pretty strong score in this kid Buchanan. I think he's fourth in D2 in scoring. So I think we can look pretty much for just two teams going at it hard and fast. As far as Molloy goes, they've got two scores, Kinte Moon and this kid Ancelone, who's a transfer in from Syracuse, very talented player. So I think we can see a pretty hard-nosed battle here.
All right, Molloy has lost a couple of games, took a lot of penalties against Post in losing 14-6 last week. They're going to have to do a better job. Gave up 7 man-up goals. Their defense will be tested by Tech.
Well, most certainly will. And one thing you can't do in lacrosse is give up man-down goals. You really don't want to take those unnecessary penalties.
Of course, Cockerell's quite a player. He's the box lacrosse player from Canada. 45 goals last year. He's lighting it up for Tech this year.
Well, anytime you see a box lacrosse player, especially a guy from Canada, these people are good in close, and they're very accurate as far as shooting goes. They're able to pick the 4 points of the goal. So Cockerell really can light it up for Tech.
All right, and they've got a great midfielder by the name of Kevin Rooney also. Speaking of Kevins, we turn right now and chat with Kevin Fox, as we mentioned, former player at Salisbury State, played on the national championship team. Kevin is a D3 outstanding player from Long Island. You know a lot of these kind of kids, D3, D2. What kind of game can we expect today to see?
Out of these D2 guys, you could probably expect a pretty up-tempo type game. They still have the skill and talent there, the size. They're a little smaller than D1 guys, but expect an up-tempo type game.
All right, should be quite a game, and I'll be back to chat with the coaches in just a moment. Get set for exciting college lacrosse coming up next.
Of change.
For the star of today's game, with both coaches, Jack Cayley to my left, a coach at the New York Institute of Technology, and on my right, Joe Catalanati, the coach of Molloy. Joe, third season, you've surprised a lot of people how fast this Molloy program has come.
Yeah, we've moved along pretty quickly. We're hoping to continue the progress we've made. We're down a little bit this year, but we're hoping to come back again real strong.
Joe, you've got a couple of outstanding players in Ancelone and Moon. What's the keys today?
We need to control the ball. We need to control the ground balls as well. And hopefully our man down will step up a little bit today.
And I guess Rob Cassidy's going to be tested.
Yep, it's going to be a big day for Robbie. He's had a good year here last year. He's our guy.
Okay, thanks very much. Turning to Jack Cayley. Jack, champs Division II a few years ago. You're really in a pressure situation now with a couple of losses to Hampton, Southampton, and last week a tough one to Adelphi. You've got to roll the table and get some help from here on in.
Yeah, well, we definitely need some help. We're a little bit behind the 8 ball here. But you know, there's a good thing about our league. There's all things are possible, and we do have two northern teams making the playoffs this year.
Right.
So if we run the table and get a little lucky, there's a possibility.
All right, what about today's game? Your club comes off the loss to Adelphi. Are they up, ready for this game?
Well, I hope they are. But as a coach, I know that you never really know until the whistle begins. We had 2 tough losses. It was a real tough week here in Techland, but we hope to rebound. We'll find out in about 5 minutes.
What's the keys today from your point of view?
Teamwork, ground balls, hustle, and playing for 60 minutes.
Okay, there you have it. Both coaches will be back with the start of today's game in just a moment. Today's game between the Bears of New York Institute of Technology and the Lions of Molloy College is brought to you by the Major League Lacrosse team from Long Island, the Long Island Lizards, and by Molloy College, and by the New York Institute of Technology, and by Arena Sport and Graphic in Port Washington. Mazer and Kevin Fox back here at New York Institute of Technology as we get set to go. Starting lineups for Tech. On attack, they'll go with 19 Joe Cockerell, 31 John Buchanan, Number 2, Frank Lawrence. In midfield, Brian Boyle, 9. 22, Kevin Rooney. And 26, Tim Spruitt. On defense, they'll go with number 8, James Petrucci. Ken Brochart, the All-American, number 12. And Jared Cullen, number 34, on defense. The goalie is Matt Hunter. Molloy will go with Michael Bush up front, number 5, with John McConnell, 12. John Ancelone, 44. In the midfield, Kinte Moon, 19. Craig Kachaba, number 32, will start. We're off and winging right now. As Molloy goes to the cage off the face-off, they win it. And the shot right on taken by, New York Tech. As they won that face-off, Arnie went right to the cage.
Well, I got to tell you something, Barry. This kid Cullen on defense for New York Tech, he's got to be pretty quick. I think we can expect to see him move the ball across a lot on a clear because he started upfield. He started at the restraining line on the faceoff.
Eric Zilnick won the faceoff and, of course, went right down. We'll identify the players. The goalies could be critical today. Molloy going with a very small Rob Kennedy out of Longwood High School, only 5'7". And Kevin Fox, that presents problems at times when you have a very small goalie.
Yes, it does, because they can be too short. The high shots, he might have to reach a little high for them. If they get it tight in the corner, it'll cause problems for him.
Kevin Fox, along with Arnie Mazer and yours truly, Kevin, the general manager of the new Major League Lacrosse team, the Lizards, the Long Island Lizards, that'll be starting in June. We'll talk more about them later. But right now, Molloy with it, trying to get something going. Moon is number 19. Keep an eye on him. He'll play all over the field, Arnie, one of those terrific athletes. Was a star as a long polar, but right now an unsettled situation right here. And right now it'll be the youngsters from Tech trying to come up with the ball. This is Cockerell, 19. He'll set himself up in front of the crease. John Buchanan, the guy you like really, number 31.
He's a big kid, and as you can see, Tech is now trying to set up their offense. Buchanan having a little trouble with the footing down there on the field.
Michael Owens, number 1, defending him. But Buchanan out of Burke, Virginia, 17 goals, but more importantly, 36 assists, 53 points as we watch Brian Boyle, number 9, play in the midfield right here with Kevin Rooney, 22. And Rooney gets the left-handed shot and misses the cage. All right, our officials today, referee is Bill Cole, the umpire Bob Arabian, field judges Pete Weaver, Barry Landers along with Kevin Fox and Arnie Mazer. Ball checked as the pass came from X, and the bounce shot and a score. So Molloy draws first blood on the bounce shot, and they take the early 1-0 lead. I believe it was number 3, Adam Parasmo, the 5'9" freshman out of West Babylon, an all-county player who got to the goal, his 3rd of the year.
Well, Parasmo just picked up a bounce, and everybody was looking for the ball. Parasmo got it, obviously caught the goalie out of position, took that shot, and hit the net.
Well, opportunism is a key thing in this sport.
Sure is. He got the ground ball, had the wide open shot, had time and room, and took it.
So Molloy draws first blood. They lead it 1-0, coming off the loss to Post. They're trying to get to the higher level, and right now, ball batted around.
Well, it's only their 3rd year of varsity competition, I believe, in Division II. So for this program to hang in like that is pretty impressive.
Unassisted goal for Parasmo. And again, Molloy, very new-schooled athletics. They're really doing a fine job under their athletic director, Bob Houlihan, and we'll be seeing Bob a little bit later on. Swing it behind right now to Buchanan, who plays at the X. He's a great feeder.
Big kid, that Buchanan.
Yeah, he's got a big defenseman. Michael Owens, 6'5", trying to defend Buchanan.
Doing a good job. That was a nice check.
Michael out of Copeg, a Nassau Community College player. Ball checked as Molloy having trouble trying to clear as that ball knocked away from Anthony Imperato, number 11. Ball goosed in the air. Will it stay in bounds on the grass? It does.
Everybody's waiting for it to go out of bounds.
And now it finally goes out of bounds. And it'll be white ball, off-white, so it'll be
blue
ball, and Tech will put it in play.
You know, Owens is doing a nice job on Buchanan just by reaching around with his body and checking the stick. Buchanan is holding the stick, trying to draw as much distance between himself and Owens. Owens just coming around with the stick on his body.
John Hogarth, 42 with the feed. And John Hogarth setting it up nicely, and we're tied at 1.
Well, I got to tell you, Barry, that was just a really, really nice move off the crease. The feed came right behind the Cockerell. Cockerell took the behind-the-head shot, which is catching the goalie way out of position because he's looking for it stick side. Cockrell caught him looking the other way.
Well, those Canadian guys, they love that quick stick shot right in the crease there.
Oh, yes, they do. That's one of their favorite shots, and perfect opportunity right on the crease to get the goalie off guard behind the back.
So Cockrell gets his 36th goal of the year. He played for Canton, upstate New York, Canton Community College. They produced some fine players on the Division II level out of the community college. So Tech dominating the face-offs, coming up with one right here. As they control the ball, with it was Luciano, number 5. Luciano, a senior from Wisconsin, had 10 goals last year. He's been a little disappointing this year. Here's Luciano, still with it. Draws the double, Luciano. Swings it. Nice passing, and they score. The beautiful pass that time from Buchanan. He found his open teammate to put it in, but it was Luciano drawing the double that created that.
Luciano drew Owens off on the double. Owens left Buchanan. Luciano got it over to Buchanan, who saw an open Cockrell, passed it right across the crease. Cockrell left one-on-one.
Tech with the 2 quick goals by Cockrell now leads it by a score of 2-1.
I think we're looking at Tech finally settle down a little bit from the initial jitters of the game.
That was Cottam who made the pass, number 3. So it looked like 5, but it was actually 3. Mark Cottam. Got to check those eyes for me. John Vella just won that last face-off. He alternates with Eric Zelenik on the face-offs, and so far Tech dominating in that area. We'll reset the lineup for you as they work in the midfield. And this is Cottam, number 3. Cottam draws the double. Swing it behind now. On the crease. Nice setup once again, and they bang it home. Caliber once again. The man in the spot there, number 19 from Sarnia, Ontario, his 3rd straight goal.
Well, again, he's just planting himself right on the crease. And that was a long, long pass. I mean, that was a big draw. That's what we like to call a draw and dump. Pulling everybody to one side. Pass just came right over the goal, planted right on the crease. Can't help but put that in.
Well, Cockrell's a finisher, had 10 against Dowling earlier this year, 5 in the loss to Adelphi. And once again, they come up with a face-off. Eric Zelenik, the junior from Floral Park, winning the face-off. Now John Rochefort, number 16, who is off on the wing, will head off, and they'll reset in the midfield for Jack Haley. Glenn Lyons is going to get credit for that last goal, not Cockrell, number 19.
Yep.
So a little tough to pick it up. Here's a rifle shot, hard and low, fired wide, taken by John Ancelone, and it'll still be Molloy ball. But those 3 quick goals, and this Molloy defense is really going to have its hands full, Kevin.
Yes, they can. The New York Tech's doing a great job of working the ball around, drawing the double team, and getting it behind to pick apart the defense. They're doing a good job. Molloy has to settle down, control the ball a little, keep it on offense, give that defense a rest.
All right, here's Ancelone. Ancelone working outside and lost the ball.
Little miscommunication, I think. Ancelone was looking for a guy at X when he moved toward him to get the ball.
Gavin Donahue playing defense on Ancelone there. Donahue not one of their starters. We expect to see Kenny Brochart, their All-American, on Ancelone, but he was not on that last sequence. So right now, Tech with the 3-1 lead.
Oh, that was a nice check.
Yeah, Cockrell with those 2 goals, and then Lyons adding another. So ball goes back over to Molloy. Off the horn, there'll be changes made.
Yeah, Jermenko. That kid Jermenko, we talked about him. He's quite good. That was a very nice check Jermenko just threw.
Nice size, 6 foot, 180-pound freshman, Teddy, number 23 out of Hicksville for Molloy. All-county, very fast. They'll run the ball up quite a bit. Has scored a couple of goals this year. And right now, Sinati, number 10 on the clear. Brought it down. Sinati.
That's just a basic clear they're going with. I mean, you give it to a midi down on the goal, he just runs it up. Sinati's got to have a lot of speed.
He does. He's a very good defensive mid. He has a hard shot. Rick, out of Mineola, as we said, has 6 goals this year. 39 ground balls, so he's really a good defensive mid. Ancelone, we have not had a penalty yet. Swings it behind to Michael Bush out of Hicksville. Played for that fine program, has created so many great players. We're going to see one of them this week. course, for Rutgers, Keith Cromwell. We saw nice feed on the crease, denied and tight that time was Craig Kachaba, number 32. Big save by Matt Hunter there. And now the other way they come, looking for something on the transition. Pass mishandled, and they score. So Tech goes up 4-1 as John Buchanan picks up that loose ball, the opportunistic goal, as the defender couldn't handle the breakup, and it's 4-1.
Well, Buchanan, of course, in the right place at the right time. Anytime you're around the goal, you're always in the right place at the right time. It wasn't an errant pass. It was just a pass that wasn't fielded well. Buchanan happened to pick it up. He's left one-on-one with the goalie.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate on Molloy's part on both ends. They come down, make a great play in the crease, hit the pipe, and all of a sudden it's down the other way. It's just not working for them today. They're not having a great luck right now.
All right, they do win the faceoff, but can they pick up the ball? Hit from behind. Officials don't call it as they let him play. And right now, ball picked up by Tech. Batted around.
Well, this is what we were talking about, Barry. This is pretty much straightforward lacrosse. The officials are going to let these guys play, which is the kind of lacrosse you like to see.
Sonati picks it up. He'll head toward the cage, look for help as he gets picked up by a big stick defender. Up top, sent hard shot on goal from outside by Michael Bush, who'll play both midfield and attack.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I transferred to NYIT. They accepted a lot of other credits that I had from another school.
My favorite part about the advertising program here at NYIT, you get to see what you actually produce in magazines and newspapers.
NYIT offers hands-on experience and internships in over 60 majors. That's going to help me find a good job after graduation.
Call today for campus tour, 1-800-345-NYIT.
Arena Sport and Graphics in Port Washington is your full-service sports equipment and apparel store. Arena is a specialist in custom screen printing, embroidery, and uniforms. We are the official supplier of T-shirts for the Long Island High School football and lacrosse championships. We can design a custom logo for your team, business, or event. We can also embroider hats, shirts, and towels. All work done in-house. For a free catalog, call Arena Sport and Graphics, 1-800-882-9964.
And now it's 5-1.
Again, Buchanan just working the ball around the crease, draws the defense to one side, leaves Boyle wide open up top, has the ability to get the ball to him. You see plays like that coming from a guy like Keith Cromwell, who will draw a defense over and see where the hole is filled by one of his teammates. In that case, it's the same. Buchanan to Boyle. It was a nice play.
Boyle getting a chance to start on the first midfield with Muller out, had 2 against Adelphi. He's a good-looking young player. St. Mary's, of course, the school that produced Dave Petromala. Not a bad program. Good history anyway.
Yes.
So Tech with it right now. Vela winning that face-off. Oh, check it. It was Zelenek, 21, who won it. And Tech will reset right now. John Vela is out there on the midfield. This is Zapanic. Out there with Rochefort, number 16. This is John, a junior from Messina, New York. Couldn't come up with it. Scramble for the ball. Cockerell with a behind-the-head pass. And they'll turn it over, Arnie.
Interference. Too many players, player moving in between. Ball goes over to Molloy.
We're down to the final 4 minutes and 10 seconds of the opening quarter. And 5-1 is our score. Tech in blue leading Molloy in the gray uniforms in a conference battle. This is a NICAC conference battle. Post and Adelphi, of course, the dominant teams along with Tech in this very strong conference. But Southampton's had a great year. They've come up with some good, nice speed, but they could not finish on the crease that time. That was Brian Kinley, number 25, who missed there.
Molloy needs to find a rhythm, which they're looking for. They need to settle down and find their offense and just get something going right here.
Ancelone. Pass could not be handled by Kinty Moon. I say at times Ancelone has been frustrated this year. A lot of his passes mishandled. Cockerell tries to either get a shot or a pass off there, but it looked like he got checked as he got that.
That was a pass, definitely a pass.
So ball goes out of bounds, and the ball will be put back in play by Molloy. Kevin, I know that you're pretty excited now with the Lizards getting ready to start the season. Practice is going to start. Training camp opens up in a few weeks.
Yeah, it does. It's great. Lacrosse Unlimited, the owners of the team, they've done a wonderful job. They wanted to get the fans involved. They wanted to bring a team to the island. It's going great so far. We're really excited for the team.
And we'll see a lot of Long Island products out there, some of the great college players. Here's an opportunity off the turnover. And the check from behind by Charles Bowers, number 4, as Zepanik was all alone on the goalie there.
Bowers did a nice job. He was one-on-one, and he took the ball away from Zepanik, and you can see now he's running the ball across field. Nothing like a defenseman taking the ball away and then running it up himself.
Bowers is an interesting case. We'll talk about that in a moment. Perasmo got it over. And on the far side, here's John Ancelone. Ancelone will swing it behind. Number 12 is John McConnell out of Baldwin High School. John's got a heart of a lion. He's a lefty, and he lost it, a little frustrated right there. We're talking about Charlie Bowers, who made that nice clear moments ago. We'll get to that in a moment as now Tech looks to clear with their All-American Kenny Brochart out of Hicksville, a 4-year starter, returning All-American. He quarterbacks the defense, now playing a little bit of offense right here. Ball goes out of bounds as Moon lets it go out. But talking about Bowers, he started his career here for Jack Cayley at New York Tech and then transferred, and he's been a 3-year starter for Molloy. So he's got a little bit of a little extra incentive here. He's a great takeaway player, and he anchors the defense for Molloy. We'll keep an eye on him. Charlie, number 4, has the ball right now. Bowers, very physical player. He'll put you on his back. He knocked a couple of guys down, including his own teammate there.
Refs really giving these guys a free hand.
Right, they've swallowed the whistle a little bit here, letting him play in D2, and now we get a whistle. Interference.
It's going to be Tech ball.
Tech trying to get it in very quickly, as they use a lot of players, Tech. And Tech trying to up their lead in the closing seconds here. 36 is Greg Caliber. Greg out of Sachem High School. That's a fine program out there. Rick Mercurio's produced so many great players, Kevin.
Oh, he's done a fine job out there. He has the numbers at Sachem High School. They definitely have the talent. He's brought the program along very well.
Of course, you played against them a lot of games playing at Connecticut.
Being on the bad side of the stick, yeah, but yeah, he has a great program.
And of course, Joe Cuso and Ward Melville, you were on the receiving end of a few losses against those guys, too.
Yeah, as well. But yeah, it's good to play against those guys. They only make you better, and it sharpens you as well.
All right, off the intercept, time 1:20 to go. Way up field that time was the goalie to make the interception. So Hunter likes to wander out of his cage. Made a play right there. Zepanik swings it to Caliber, number 36. This is Cottom, number 3. Cottom sweeps to his left. He's a natural lefty. Mark was their number 4 scorer last year at 20 goals. A little disappointing this year. Just 7. He's a good shooter, but he's off in his shooting. I'd like to see him pick it up as Perasmo works, Zepanik works behind. Fed out in front, and Cockrell on the receiving end.
Well, Cockrell just cutting down right in front of the crease, gets the ball and shoots it home. I have to tell you, Barry, it's fascinating to watch this kind of lacrosse simply because the refs really are letting these guys play. I saw a couple of blatant holds out there that they're just letting go. Kevin, I don't know about you, but just seeing these guys move around when the refs letting them play, it's fun to watch.
As a player, you got to appreciate that. You can't just have the game decided by the refs. You got to have it decided by the players. So, yeah, if they're not calling some calls, I'm sure it's both ways. They're missing some things. So let the game be decided by the players.
So right now, Tech with 6 unanswered goals and a commanding 6-1 start. So if Jack Cayley was worried about how his team would respond after that 1-goal loss to Adelphi, they've come out very big here.
They sure have. I mean, they're trying to settle in. They are settling in with a rhythm offense and just trying to pick up where they can.
Here's Frankie Lawrence, and the freshman fires it deflected wide out of Rocky Point High School, who played for Mike Bowler. There's another outstanding Suffolk County program.
Boy, this kid Buchanan is a solid lacrosse player.
Here is Buchanan.
Yeah.
Out of Burke, Virginia, takes the bounce shot. It goes wide. We're down to the final 5 seconds. And the ball be put in play quickly here. So Tech with a commanding 6-1 lead here, and Cockerell has scored 3 of the 6 goals here. Cockerell swings it up top, and the ball will roll out of bounds with 1 second showing on the clock in the first quarter. And I guess that's going to be it. That's the end of the first quarter with the score, New York Tech 6 and Molloy 1. We'll be right back with more college lacrosse.
Hey kids, be electric smart. Take these lessons to your heart. Be smart. If your feet are wet, it's a pretty safe bet. You don't want to use your hair dryer. Be smart. If you overload your outlets with too many plugs, watch out, because you're going to start a fire. Be smart. Keep kites away from overhead wires. Never touch a line when it's on the ground. Be smart. Don't ever touch metals to the thunderstorm cells. These tips will keep you safe and sound. Make safety first every day. Say Lacrosse.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because of its competitive architectural program and also its student-to-teacher ratio.
To teach students of the 21st century, I'll need a master's from the College of the 21st Century.
My NYIT scholarship is allowing me to finish my education.
For a campus tour, call today 1-800-345-NYIT.
Excellent communication arts program, hands-on experience is the best.
Back at the New York Institute of Technology, Barry Landers along with Arnie Mazer and Kevin Fox, the general manager of the Long Island Lizards, to be starting playing the Major League Lacrosse League in June. They'll be opening up at Hofstra. And right now, look at the stats. Arnie, anything unusual in that first quarter stats besides Tech leading at 6-1?
Well, obviously, Molloy's going to have to pick up their offense. New York Tech had 12 shots. Molloy had only 5. I think they're trying to do it right here off the get-go.
Well, they didn't win any face-offs in that first quarter either, and they've kindly come up with one right here. And Molloy trying to get something on the board here. They've been under siege. Ancelone, 44, the All-American from Nassau Community. Nice feed, and Mute Kintemun puts it away.
Well, that's a combination we were looking for. You saw Ancelone just drawing the defense over to one side. He's showing some speed there, sprinting to one side of the goal. Moon smartly coming down to Phil on the opposite side. There's nothing like going backside in lacrosse, is there, Kevin?
They're sending the message that they're not going to give up.
Well, Moon out of Uniondale, played at Nassau Community. He was a fine player there, an All-American at Nassau, played long pole. He could play all over. You'll see him playing close defense. You'll see him on the face-off. And now Molloy trying to get a little momentum, winning that face-off, but they throw it away. Those are the unforced errors that really hurt you, as Molloy off that face-off went unable to do anything, Arnie.
Well, Molloy's I got to tell you, Barry, Molloy's the kind of program I like to see. They're 3 years into it, so on and so forth. But they've got players who will play all over the field. Give me a long stick, I'll play defense. Give me a short stick, I'll play midfield. I don't care, I just want to play.
John Provost there won that face-off 17, came right down and then made him an unforced error.
Yeah, Molloy, what they have to do is they have to control the ball. They have to, once they get in the offensive end, they have to relax, calm down, and just work their offense. They need to work their game.
Arnie, maybe the officials realized that in the game that they played against Post, they took 14, 15 penalties, and they're giving Molloy a little bit more of an edge. They did give up those 7 man-up goals against Post. Nice reception on the clear.
That was a nice clear, too.
Yes, and Molloy with it right now. Michael Bush making that nice catch.
Yeah, that kid Cassidy's, that was a nice stick work.
And Salone getting in. Got his stick checked as he got the shot off in a flag. We're going to get our first penalty coming up here. Tim Spruitt, I think, got a piece of him from behind when he got that shot off.
I don't think it was up from behind. It was a high hit, is what the referee was indicating. And Ancelone trying to take a lot on. I think he took a shot after he let go of the ball.
As I said, he's a little frustrated. He's a guy that's played at high levels. Now he makes some great passes. Guys don't finish, so sometimes that can get you down.
Yeah, he's trying to do too much. He's trying to take the team on his back. He has to relax a little. They have to play together. There's 6 guys out there. They all have to work together, work it around, and make the good shot.
All right, man-up situation here for Molloy. They're man-up 35%, 21 for 60. Fernandez is off. 1 minute for legal check, and they worked it nicely for John McConnell. The junior from Baldwin gets his 15th goal of the year. The kid, the lefty, they say, has got a heart of a lion.
Well, very interesting. Molloy just working the ball around. They got those 2 guys floating around the crease, trying to draw the defense to one side. McConnell just floats in backside. They get him the ball. He's got one-on-one with the goalie. As you said, that lefty shot, perfect ankle. He put it home.
Yeah, that was a perfect man-up play. You work it around a couple times, you get the defense sliding. Once they get out of position, you can find the open man in the gap. Perfect shot.
All right, Provost battling for the face-off. with Zelenik rather, and we'll get a procedure call off the face-off, and Tech will get it back. 2 quick goals here to start this second quarter, and it's now a 6-3 game.
It's a ball game.
So McConnell with the goal. Bush with a nice assist. And right now, Tech trying to get momentum back their way. Here's Buchanan. Buchanan working against Bowers, drew the double. Ball loose, and it's picked up by Jay Leone. He lost it, number 27. He's a very talented kid out of Lawrence, junior, vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
And Molloy's going to get the ball back.
Bowers trying to throw a tough check on Buchanan, trying to go over his head. Not with the head side of the stick, but with the butt end.
Leone draws a double on the ride, and the interception. Brochard got it down. The pass, and the save made. What a pass that time Cockrell made on the crease, but his teammate could not put it away that time, and that was big number 44 for New York Tech. Unable to finish was Mike Fernandez, who had come off the penalty box just off that situation.
New York Tech playing smart lacrosse. They're moving the ball around. Now, all of a sudden, I think Molloy is starting to get into their rhythm and picking up an offense.
John McConnell had a nice opportunity moments ago. Number 12. Double. Ancelone drawing that double. Keeps it alive. Got in tight and lost it. He's whacking away trying to recover the ball.
He's trying to do too much.
You could say that. And as I said, Kevin Fox pointed that out very alertly. Got it off now to Bush. Up top. Moon will recover. Kinty Moon. Who may be the fastest player in D2, Arnie. And we haven't seen it yet, but they say he is lightning quick.
Well, we saw a little bit of it when he cleared it.
Now we get a whistle. And
it's equipment.
Ancelone may have to come off now.
He's got a sub. He's got to come off. They got to put somebody on.
Right, and Malone will make a substitution.
Right.
It'll be Tim Stevens, the 5'9", 955-pound freshman, number 6 at a New Hyde Park, an all-county player. More of a complimentary player. Again, you look at the sizes of these guys, a lot of 5'8", 5'9" guys. And a lot of quickness, but maybe not a lot of size. Here's Moon firing wide. They had backup from Bush.
Well, one thing about lacrosse, size does not preclude you from being a good lacrosse player. I mean, 5'8", 5'9", you can still play D1.
Now, Arnie, that's what I used to tell myself 30 years ago. If I had your size, I might have been able to make it.
That was a nice check.
Yes, indeed. Good check that time by number 34, Cullen, working behind against Bush. Up top, trying to ISO one-on-one here. Not much Moon.
Moon's pretty strong. He's holding on to the ball.
Fernandez
those are tough checks.
All over him, 44. From the wing, Sonati's shot stopped. And Hunter looking to clear. Finds an outlet here along the near side.
This is nice. We're midway through the second quarter. We're finally settled into a lacrosse game.
Yeah, this nice clear by James Petruzzi, number 8. Moon trying to knock the ball away.
That's a timeout
taken by Jack Cayley's club. And we'll step out here. Timeout on the field right now with the score. New York Tech 6 and Molloy 3. We'll be right back.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because it has a very good architecture program.
For its affiliation with the Associated Medical Schools and its osteopathic programs.
I was an instructional technology student. At NYIT, computers were integrated into every course.
The faculty is very good here because they have a lot of experience in the field.
Call us for a campus tour today at 1-800-345-NYIT.
Arena Sport and Graphics in Port Washington is your full-service sports equipment and apparel store. Arena is a specialist in custom screen printing, embroidery, and uniforms. We are the official supplier of T-shirts for the Long Island High School football and lacrosse championships. We can design a custom logo for your team, business, or event. We can also embroider hats, shirts, and towels. All work done in-house. For a free catalog, call Arena Sport and Graphics, 1-800-882-9964.
And right now with it is Tech. They've given up 2 unanswered goals here. That was number 7, Sapanik, had his stick checked as he tried to get the shot off, and Molloy really seems to have settled down, Kevin Fox, here in the second quarter. Those 2 goals, and they seem to be in a better rhythm.
Yeah, I think they were a little nervous when they came out. They were playing a little flat, not playing within their game. They really settled down. They're starting to work it around, and their defense is doing a great job.
Zepanik swings it up to the top of the restraining area, trying to feed onto the crease area, looking for Cockerell. And it's recovered by Cockerell, the Canadian youngster from Sarnia, Ontario. He's had 3 today, 38 on the year. Up top they swing it.
They're in a zone, Molloy.
Rochefort, number 16, working in the midfield.
They're
Pass
in a
across
zone.
the field. Zepanik looking up top. Yeah, Molloy is in that zone.
Yeah, just picking up the ball, coming out to challenge, then crowding the crease. They don't want to give New York Tech any cheap goals inside the crease.
Swing it behind. That Cockerell shot goes awry. Still with it. Hogarth in the midfield. He's number 42. Swing it to Hogarth, the senior from Pennsylvania. And Zepanik stopped by Little Cassidy.
Yeah, that was a great save.
The giveaway right there. And they almost cashed in that time. Boy, those errors, that'll kill you. And that time they had an opportunity to put it away right there. Greg Caliber, number 36.
Yeah, that was a poor shot. You know, he should have brought it in or settled it down.
Sinati lost it on the ride by Cockerell. And this time, no mistake. He'll finish after blowing it before Greg Caliber out of Sachem, the little 5'7", 140-pound freshman, gets his 8th goal of the year. And Tech now leads at Arnie 7-3.
Well, Caliber again, just in the right place at the right time, standing there, losing the ball on the clear. Ball gets over to him. It's one-on-one with the goalie, and there was a flag thrown after the play, but I think that's going to be wiped out. Oh, no.
1 minute, and it'll be white ball at the X.
Right.
So penalty on Tech after they scored the goal. So Caliber, who's small and quick,
I think
really
it was
like
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah. So Tech commits the penalty, and it looks like it is on Caliber.
Yeah.
He's in the box.
Yeah.
I didn't see what he did, Arnie. A little too much
Could be
enthusiasm.
A little too much enthusiasm. It's a nice way of putting it.
Little freshman enthusiasm.
Yes.
All right, so Molloy's scored a 1 extra man goal already. Let's see if they can get something going here. McConnell swings it up top. Ancelone. Far side. This is Michael Bush. Ancelone, they've got a minute of time to play with. They can look for the weak side. No cutters right now. Just a couple of guys standing around, Ancelone and Moon. So here's Moon playing give and go with Ancelone. On the wing, they swing it. Up top. Bush. Up top now. Looking for Moon. Penalty about to expire.
They're not getting any movement on offense.
They take a shot, might have hit the pipe. Look at Hunter. And he'll cheap clear downfield looking for Cockerell or his teammate, and it's picked up. And now, here's Cockerell coming in, and he bounces it wide. Guess he wasn't close enough to score there.
Buchanan just caught Cockerell coming right out of the box. He bolted straight down to the hole. He knows where he's going. Go to the ball and see if he can score.
Well, those two have great chemistry, obviously, on a lot of those goals that Cockerell has scored. Buchanan with 39 assists, including 3 today, Kevin. Those two guys know each other well.
Yeah, it looks like they know how to play with each other. They definitely gel together. They know where each other is going to be. Great play.
Defender falls as Tech will try to score here. Lawrence denied. Number 2 moments ago.
New York Tech messing with Molloy's zone. They just ran a stack and they were trying to see who was going to pick up whom. You got to go man-to-man off of that.
All right, ball loose. Cockerell and Buchanan, by the way, as we just found out, are roommates. So obviously they know each other even better than we thought. And speaking of Cockerell, here's Joel, who played hockey and box lacrosse in Canada. And now Tech with a 7-3 lead. We've hit the halfway mark here in quarter number 2. Barry Landers, along with Arnie Mazer, former Hobart player, was a very good defenseman, we are told.
Sometimes.
Not great, but good.
Yeah, on a good day.
And Kevin Fox, who played on the great Salisbury State teams in the 99 era, played on the national championship team, Division III. Oh, good stop that time as the Tech player got in tight that got a good shot off, and we get a whistle. And that was Glenn Lyons, number 29, who got in tight.
Again, interference. These are just kind of basic lacrosse mistakes that is turning the ball back over to New York Tech.
You can't make those kind of mistakes, Arnie. You've got to keep possession. Cockrell lost it, and right now, on the clear here, trying to come up with it, is number 23. That is Ted Jermenko. Picked off. Cottom looks for an outlet. He's got Frankie Lawrence, the speedy freshman. Lawrence to Cockrell. Cockrell got his stick checked as he was trying to get it. That was Leone, 27, Arnie. I think who checked the shot.
It was a nice check.
So
but again, Tech that gets the ball back, they'll settle their offense and see what they can run.
Arnie, for a lot of the young fans watching and novices to lacrosse, we see the long stick, the short stick. We're seeing the defenders play with that long stick. Maybe you can talk a little bit about the length of the sticks, the difference between the long and the short stick, and how you're able to handle the stick for those positions.
Well, the long stick depends actually on your ability and how long you hang on to it. The long stick can't be longer than 6 feet tall. Most college players use a 6-foot stick.
Here's Lawrence trying to come around. Moon playing defense with a short stick. Moon knocks him down. No flag. Welcome to college
Welcome
lacrosse.
to college lacrosse. Yes.
Cassidy swings it. And here's Jay Leone. Well, I told you they might have talked to the officials. We've been penalized too much for our aggressive play. I told you they play very aggressively, this team. And now timeout taken by White. Jack Cayley can't be too happy about that. We've got a timeout of the field. We'll be back. 5:31 to go here in the second quarter. And the Bears of New York Tech lead at 7-3. We'll return after these messages.
Imagine a company whose business is your safety. They spend time teaching children about electricity and fund wire-friendly tree plantings. Now that's a change to feel good about.
LIPA, the power of change.
Imagine a company whose business is to save you money by lowering rates 20% and offering rebates on energy-saving home appliances. Now that's a change to feel good about.
LIPA, the power of change.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because of its competitive architectural program and also its student-to-teacher ratio.
To teach students of the 21st century, I'll need a master's from the College of the 21st Century.
My NYIT scholarship is allowing me to finish my education.
For a campus tour, call today 1-800-345-NYIT.
Excellent communication arts program, hands-on experience is the best.
Barry Landers along with Arnie Mazer and Kevin Fox from the New York Lizards, their general manager, on this sun-bathed but chilly and windy afternoon. Feels more like a March afternoon, Arnie, but beautiful sunshine and a beautiful location here, New York Institute of Technology. Right now, Molloy College out of Rockville Center with it. In just their fourth year, actually third year of varsity. They were a club team before, coached by Joe Catalanati. And they've got the ball right now and looking to change the momentum a little bit. They trail by 4, still a lot of time left. And Salone working against Brochard. That's a matchup we expected, Arnie.
Yeah.
Two great players.
And they're running Ancelone back at X behind the goal. So obviously they want to start their offense with him.
All right, here's Ricky Sonati. Sonati going up against Zelenik. Up top, they work it. Parasmo is 3. He's working in the midfield with Sonati. He got the first goal of this game, Adam. Ancelone.
This is a good lacrosse matchup right here.
Ancelone wheeling and dealing. Parasmo. He's got the big Fernandez kid on him.
Yeah. That's a big midi, too.
Oh, he's huge, Fernandez, number 44, 6'2". Looks a lot bigger
yeah.
than 190. Nice attempt on the crease. Parasmo couldn't pick it up initially. Still can't pick it up. Look at that feed. A hot potato there. And finally getting a shot, but not much on it, was New York Tech. Todd Morgan, number 20, I believe, was the man who got that shot. No, it was Billy Hack, 20. Late foot. Molloy will be a man down for the first time in this game. And we're down to 3:50 to go in this first half. So Tech has a free shot here. What do you look to do here, Kevin, in this situation?
Of course, you have to keep it in the box, otherwise it's dead ball. You look to settle down, work your offense a little, try to get a good shot off. You don't want to waste a dead ball opportunity.
All right, this is Lawrence, number 2. Again, once the ball hits the ground, the whistle will blow, but right now Boyle will take a shot. It is not hitting the ground. It's still in play. Buchanan swings it back. Lawrence working against Leone. Lawrence got in, and now the ball will be blown dead as play is stopped. We'll get a man-up situation. 1 minute unnecessary
roughness.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'll go against White.
Came
Let's
out and
talk
hit the goalie.
a little bit with Kevin about some of the players we'll see playing for the Lizards starting in June, and training camp, as we mentioned, starting in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we have some of the great players on the team, greats of all time. At the head of our list, we have Casey Powell, who's argumentatively one of the best players of all time. He's going to be capping it off for us. He's going to be one of our leaders. We're going to be looking at him, as well as Pat McCabe on defense. Solid player.
All right, didn't take long for them to put it home. Kevin Rooney, we haven't mentioned this guy much today. His 20th goal of the year, 30th point, 4th man-up goal, and Rooney makes him pay for that penalty.
Kevin Rooney, that was a long shot outside. Again, catching the goalie out of position on man-up. You just want to move the ball around, get the defense shifting to one side. Rooney was on the opposite side, got the ball over him, nice underhanded shot, put it home.
Kevin, we said that he has a little bit of trouble with those outside shots.
Right, yeah, he might have been a little screened there. There's a couple guys in the crease. He might have lost vision of it for a little. Kevin Rooney's a good shooter, too. He knows where to put the ball. It was a great shot, and once he has time and room, he's probably going to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, but let's get back to some of the players. We were talking about the Lizards, some of those exciting, outstanding players that we'll see playing both at EAB Park and at Hofstra.
Right, we have some of the top-notch players in the world right now. A lot of the players. We just picked up Sal Lacasio in a supplemental trade with a draft pick and Joe Brock. It was a great move for us. We also have Carcaterra in goal. So we're looking good as far as our players are concerned.
Very quiet goaltender, Brian Carcaterra.
And Sal Lacasio coached the Saints, of course, this year. Very vocal. Lawrence with it. 8-3 is our score. Lawrence against Leone. Very quick. You can see that quick first step. Lawrence trying to feed up top. And
Brian Carcaterra, the only goalie I've ever heard who will call what the offense is running as he sees it.
How about some of the field players we'll see?
Some of the field players, we'll see both Gate brothers. We'll see maybe Kevin Finneran, John Gagliardi, Steve Kisslinger, Kevin Lowe. These are some of the higher-end players. We'll see what we do. We still have a couple weeks. Just because you're drafted doesn't mean you're automatically on the team, but these are some of our better players that are going to make a difference for us.
All right. Right now they look to clear right here. Far side as Molloy having a little bit of trouble.
It's Ancelone again. Who else are you going to go to?
Ancelone coming down. He'll draw traffic. No question about it. Number 44. Quick shot taken by Bush. Handled by Hunter. Hunter looks for a nice outlet. Got it up. Good job there. As he gets it up to his long pole. Brochard. Brochard will take it to the cage. He's had an assist this year. And here's Cockerell. Normally a lot closer to the goal, and he'll go down to his usual crease position right now. Played out in midfield by Hogarth, 42. John Hogarth with 1:35 to go here in quarter number 2. And Tech, after the 6-1 lead at the end of 1, leading at 8-3. Now Zapanik has come on as a midfielder, number 7. He cuts toward the crease. Buchanan's got
Nice
a couple of
move.
steps on his guy.
Oh,
Made
yes.
him pay. Had a couple of steps on Charlie Bowers and was able to get a good shot off. And Buchanan, normally a feeder, turned scorer there.
Well, Buchanan created that move on Bowers. He came back. He took a couple of steps back, cut to one side, then just did a cutback, what we used to call a V-cut. Beat him right around the crease and took the open shot. It was a nice move by Buchanan. Unassisted.
As that ball rolls to the near side. White ball it'll be. Coming up at halftime, we'll be chatting with the president, Dr. Drew Bogner, who came to Molloy in the summer of 2000 from Kansas and is a big advocate of athletics, and Bob Houlihan, the athletic director at Molloy College. So here's Moon, who got the scoring started for Molloy earlier. Moon,
Trying to do too
Zelenek,
much.
nice check.
Yep.
Took it away, under a minute to go. Ball rolls out of bounds. And we'll get a horn here. And ball will be put back in play momentarily.
A little bit of fresh legs on the field.
Yes, indeed. So Ancelone swings it behind. Ancelone now draws a different defender. Ancelone out top, now to Michael Bush. Pass could not be handled by the Tech player. That was a good opportunity, but he couldn't handle it. Brian Kinley, number 25. He's had trouble handling a couple of those passes, Kinley, today.
It's going to be white ball.
30
that was a nice
seconds
play
remaining.
by Kente Moon.
Todd Morgan playing on defense right now for Tech, number 20. He's been handling Ancelone a little bit lately. And that Morgan couldn't pick up the ball. Ancelone after it, 44. A little bit of a scrum there. Clock ticking down. 15 seconds to go as it goes out of bounds. It'll still be white ball, Arnie.
Again, people fighting for the ball. Let me reiterate a basic lacrosse rule. You may have the ball in your stick and think you have it. If it gets checked out of your stick and leaves your stick, goes out of bounds, it's the other team's ball.
All right, Molloy with it. Joel Bates, 33 for Molloy. To Moon. Let's see if Moon draws a couple of players. Still shoots from outside. Hunter cut the angle down. Look at this clear downfield looking for Cockerell. Very alert play on his part, Kevin.
Yeah, that was great play. Tough shot by Molloy at the end. He was right inside the box. The goalie saw him all the way. High visibility. It was a rough shot, but good try on Tech.
Again, that was a nice clear. Tech really trying to make a play at the end of the game.
All right, so that's the story, gentlemen. At the end of the first half, the New York Tech Bears lead the Molloy Lions by a score of 9-3. We'll be back with our halftime report in just a moment.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I transferred to NYIT. They accepted a lot of other credits that I had from another school.
My favorite part about the advertising program here at NYIT, you get to see what you actually produce in magazines and newspapers.
NYIT offers hands-on experience and internships in over 60 majors. That's going to help me find a good job after graduation.
Call today for campus tour. 1-800-345-NYIT.
Arena Sport and Graphics in Port Washington is your full-service sports equipment and apparel store. Arena is a specialist in custom screen printing, embroidery, and uniforms. We are the official supplier of T-shirts for the Long Island High School football and lacrosse championships. We can design a custom logo for your team, business, or event. We can also embroider hats, shirts, and towels. All work done in-house. For a free catalog, call Arena Sport and Graphics, 1-800-882-9964.
Back here at New York Institute of Technology with the Bears leading at halftime, I'm joined by Jackie Nealon, the Dean of Admissions and Financial Aid here at New York Institute of Technology. Got to like the score right now, Jackie.
Love the score. Picked a great day to come out and do this interview.
Jackie, I know there's a buzz of excitement here at New York Institute of Technology. You've got, of course, a president that came here last year. Admissions are up, and a lot's going on here.
This is a great time to be the Dean of Admissions for New York Institute of Technology, I have to tell you. Things are going really well. You mentioned we have a new president. We do. Dr. Edward Giuliano took over as our president this September. And it's under his vision, we've come a really long way. It's been pretty fabulous.
Let's talk a little bit about admissions, because I know they're up here at Tech. This is an era, of course, where college tuition is so expensive for parents. Tell us about where you stand in that and the kind of students you're looking for.
I think we're starting to attract students for a number of reasons. Number one is we have a number of competitive programs. We've been a secret around here on Long Island for long enough, and we're starting to come out of our shell just a bit. Not to mention that we're one of the lowest priced private institutions, not only on Long Island, but in New York State. So that goes a long way.
In an era where so much is being talked about technology, getting our students and young people ready for a career, this is the place.
This is the place. We're committed to technology-infused education here. So it's in every single course. Courses like in culinary arts, where you wouldn't expect technology to be integrated.
Let's talk a little bit about athletics. I know there's a strong program here. We're watching the Division I baseball team playing behind us, watching the lacrosse program. That's an integral part, too, of the student life here at the school.
Absolutely. It creates a neat buzz on campus, gives our students a sense of excitement and somewhere to go in their afternoons, on a sunny afternoon like today. It's absolutely fabulous. Not only do we attract good athletes, but we attract great fans.
And what about the future? What's in store for people coming not only as students to Tech, but as far as, buildings here and what you're looking down the road as we enter this new millennium?
Well, we have 3 campuses. I'm not sure if you're aware. Actually, 4 if you count our online campuses. So there's always a tremendous amount of infrastructure going on campus. We have 3 open houses. I just want to make sure I get that in. We have 3 open houses coming up. One is this Saturday, which you'll miss by the broadcast, but one on Saturday, the 28th of April, 10 o'clock here in Old Westbury, and on the 29th of April at 10 o'clock on our Manhattan campus. And it's a great opportunity for new students to check us out.
And we might mention you do have a Suffolk County campus out in Central Islip. That's also quite a campus out there.
Yes, we do. All you have to do is give us a call. We'd be happy to give you a tour.
Jackie, what's the number of people watching or interested and want to know more about New York Institute of Technology? How can they reach you?
It's real simple. You just call me at 1-800-345-NYIT.
All right, Jackie Nealon's been our guest from New York Institute of Technology. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because of its competitive architectural program and also its student-to-teacher ratio.
To teach students of the 21st century, I'll need a master's from the College of the 21st Century.
My NYIT scholarship is allowing me to finish my education.
For a campus tour, call today 1-800-345-NYIT.
Excellent communication arts program, hands-on experience is the best.
Joined here at halftime with a couple of representatives of Molloy College, Dr. Drew Bogner on my left, the president, and on my right, stepping into our picture, Bob Houlihan, the athletic director. Drew, it's a sunny, crisp day here. You're from Kansas, and watching a little lacrosse, it's quite a sport, isn't it?
Yes, it's a new sport for me. My first lacrosse game. I haven't seen it before. It's very interesting. Reminds me a lot of soccer. A little more physical, perhaps.
All right, Drew, talk about Molloy and your vision as you've come there now to the school and as the new president.
Yeah, Molloy, we have 2,500 students, a wonderful academic reputation, and we're really looking to try and establish ourselves in terms of visibility, tell our story out there in the community. Our kids come from right around here, from Nassau, Suffolk County, Queens and Kings counties mostly, and they tend to work here on the island and go back into the communities, really make a contribution. That tends to be what we look at, is how do you go back into the community, try to make it a better place to live. That's really what we're about at Molloy.
What are some of the majors, some of the areas that you really stress?
For our students, we are in a lot of different programs, probably best known for our nursing program, teacher education, social work, but our business program is really expanding. Computer information systems, those are real growth areas for us. And of course, the jobs are out there in all of those areas.
Drew, thanks for joining us. Turn to Bob Houlihan. Let's turn to the athletic side. I know since you've taken over, Bob, there's a dramatic improvement. There's a buzz about Molloy athletics.
Well, the program has really increased dramatically over the last 5 or 6 years. We've expanded. We've probably tripled or quadrupled our size, and we're looking to expand even further in the next couple of years.
What are some of the sports that you're currently playing and looking to expand?
Well, we're currently playing men's and women's soccer, men's lacrosse, women's volleyball, baseball, softball, men's and women's basketball, equestrian, and women's tennis. And we're looking to add men's tennis maybe next year or the year after, women's lacrosse, women's volleyball, women's field hockey, and men's and women's track.
All right, Bob, thank you very much for joining us. Dr. Bogner, thank you for joining us. We'll be back to start the second half in just a moment.
Catch the hard-hitting, fast-moving, high-scoring excitement of Major League Lacrosse as the world's top players battle it out all summer. All Lizard home games are played at EAB Park as well as Hofstra. Family affordable season ticket packages start at $115 and are available now by calling 866-LIZARD1 or log on to LongIslandLizards.com.
Barry Landers, along with my colleagues, Arnie Mazer and Kevin Fox, will try to give you the halftime stats real quick. Shots in that first period, Molloy outshot Tech 18-9. Saves were 10-6 in favor of Molloy. Ground balls 26-20 for Tech. A man up, Molloy was 1 for 2. Tech was 1 for 1. Faceoffs dominated by Tech 11-3. And Cockerell led the way with 3 goals. Buchanan with 2 for Tech. And that is pretty much the scoring as we begin the second half. Arnie Mazer.
Well, as you said, we're looking for something from Molloy in the second half. And they just got a bit of a break, awarded the ball. Let's see what they can set up on offense.
All right, we'll reset the lineup for you for Molloy College, dressed in the gray uniforms with the maroon helmets. And we get a whistle and a legal procedure against White. Too many men on the field. That's not a good way to start. Down 9-3. So now it'll be Tech looking to clear here. Eric Zelenik, number 21, the speedy youngster from Floral Park who faces off, will try to clear here. Nice job. And they got it across. Rooney, number 22, off on the wing to Buchanan. Buchanan with a goal and 3 assists in that first half. Now this is Boyle, number 9. Very good player, very smart, quick player from St. Mary's High School. Kevin Rooney, another player out of Floral Park, played for Chris Deeks. Going to his left, draws the double, gets in and scores, and drew a penalty as well. So Kevin Rooney drew the double, managed to get the shot off, and makes it now a 10-3 game.
Well, that was all generated by Kevin Rooney. He just moved with the ball, drew the man, and still shot. You know, Kevin, you and I were talking before the game. The ground in front of the crease is very hard, right in front of the goalie. That was a bounce shot that came up and hit the upper corner of the net.
Yeah, it's a little rough for a goalie when you're taking bounce shots on the hard ground. You don't know how high it's going to go, if it's just going to skip across the ground. It's a great shot when you're a little less accurate or if you're running.
Well, Kevin is one of those players we mentioned that has drawn a lot of attention. And a young man, as we mentioned, out of Floral Park, had 32 goals last year, 2 today, 21 on the year. He can switch gears when he is going to the cage.
He also had over to a long stick.
Also a penalty after the play, of course, and it's a 1-minute penalty against Molloy. And there'll be a man up right here. So Molloy making the critical mistake, giving up a goal and also the penalty.
You were talking about Kinte Moon. I mean, he just picked up his long stick, faced off with it, and is now playing long stick midi.
Michael Owens in the penalty box for Molloy, number 1. It'll still be Tech ball as they lead it 10-3. Tech will have that big game coming up May 5th against CW Post. Tommy Postel's club having a big game today as well. Play broken up, and they'll start all over again. Coming up, as we mentioned, Lemoyne is playing at Adelphi. That is a big game. Post is playing Dowling today. Very important games. Lemoyne from Syracuse is right in the running for the Northern Division playoffs.
They've always have been a good club, too.
Up in Syracuse. Bauer is looking to clear a man down. Cockerell, good job checking him. Lawrence going after the ball. Now Cockerell will try to get to it. Still a man down. 10-second violation there.
That was a delay. Yes, 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds to clear the ball out of the defensive end. If you don't, ball gets awarded to the offensive team.
So right now, New York Tech with it. Cottom, Mark Cottom out of Springfield, Pennsylvania, working on the extra man unit. Teams are all even now. Up top, they swing it. And the shot by Rooney stopped. And the rebound put in.
Again, Rooney with the shot. Takes it, gets his own rebound, moves to his left, and scores.
Rooney, goal number 3. 3 for him, 3 for Cockerell. And again, the opportunism, you're there in right place, right time, Kevin Fox.
Yeah, it happens to the best players. They always have the good opportunities. It was a great stop on the first shot, but he was right there for the rebound. Made a nice, good shot for the second play.
Arnie, as a defender on those rebounds, what do you have to do from a defensive standpoint?
Find the ball. That's the most difficult thing. I mean, it seems obvious, but once the ball comes off the goalie, it's really tough to see. Now it looks like there's going to be a slash.
Yeah, Moon going to be called for the penalty. Zelenik, nice job, won the face-off, drew the penalty.
But as I was saying, you know, once the ball comes off the goal, you know, even the goalie has a tough time seeing it, especially on a hard shot. You've got to pick up that ball and then try to clear it out.
So we told you about this Molloy team has a tendency to take penalties. They avoided that in the first half. They're starting to pick some up now.
And against a team like New York Tech, which is pretty precise, you don't want to do that.
Yep. Of course, Tech won the national championship back in 1997. They beat Adelphi 18-11. 94, they were runner-up, so they've been around, doing a great job under Jack Cayley.
They're working one side, then they'll work another.
How about the set here, Arnie?
Well, again, they're just trying to move the ball. It's just basically a 1-3-2. and they're just moving the ball to one side, see where they can draw the defense, and they shift it to the other side.
Rooney took that last shot. On the crease, Rooney with the feed. Scores nicely, and that was Buchanan who set him up.
That was a great feed inside. He saw Rooney cutting down into the gap. Great shot by Rooney.
You had the entire defense turn looking at the ball at X. Kevin, you said it early on. They tend to ball watch, and that's what they were doing. Rooney just cut down. Buchanan fed him right on the crease.
Fourth goal of the game for Rooney, so he had a rather quiet first half. Kevin stepping up, 23 on the year. And last year he had 32. So now Ancelone will take the face-off for Molloy. Zelenik has done a great job. They've totally dominated face-offs, and they win it again. Zelenik winning it easily. Marty, we haven't talked much about face-offs. Obviously, it's a key part of this game, but what makes a good face-off man?
Good face-off man is a guy who you're taught the basics in face-offs. You're taught clamps, rakes, so on and so forth. But it's a guy really who applies his body type. You have to apply your body. You have to make a face-off a personal thing. If you remember, who was the guy for Hopkins who was 6'5"? Peter, he came out of Philadelphia, played for the Wings in the Pro League. I mean, he was a 6'5" face-off guy, which is unheard of. But you have to apply your body type to face-off. So it's as unique as the individual who does it.
Bauer has brought it down in the clear, slipped, and it knocked away. Ancelone will watch it roll out of bounds.
Peter Jacobs is who I'm thinking of. Yes. I knew it would come to me sooner or later.
How about your history as a face-off guy? Kevin, you didn't do much of that, huh?
Me, no. I was never a face-off guy. But, yeah, they have to be a different type of player. They have to be a warrior. They have to get the ground ball. You know, it is the clamp and stuff like that. But if you lose the clamp, you got to come up with the possession. It's totally key to controlling the tempo of the game.
All right, right now Molloy trying to get a little closer here. They trail 12-3. Teams are all even at the moment. Here's Michael Bush up top. Ancelone draws the double. Has it checked away. Ancelone slips in. Look at that pass behind his head to Bush. Bush.
We're laughing because we heard an announcement. There's a flag. That Ancelone is all right, got no left. I don't think so.
Nice feed. You saw the feed, and again, that's the frustration of not having guys who are able to finish. Kevin, after you make a nice pass, and Kinley, again, was the guy, number 25, who couldn't handle that pass.
Yeah, Ancelone made a great pass. He was under pressure, too. It was right in the guy's box. He just couldn't finish, couldn't put it away.
Ryan, a senior out of Levittown. He's been with the coach since the very beginning. And they'll be a man up now, Molloy, as in the box right now is Jared Cullen, the freshman from Smithtown. Played for a great defensive player, Kevin Hunt.
Yeah, it's also another Smithtown guy.
That's right. Up top is Kinty Moon. Over to Kinley. Kinley is having all sorts of problems today. And the ball taken away by Tech. They're down a man here. And taken back by Cassidy. Up to Moon.
Even
Kinty
though
Moon
Tech
with
is man
Moon.
down, they're still controlling the game.
Well, Moon with it. Over to Kinley. To Ancelone. To Bush. He has it knocked away. Aggressive checking by Rochefort. Kenny Brochart, rather, I meant. As the ball hits the ground, a little pushing and shoving.
A little extracurricular activity. It's got to be frustrating for Molloy. They're trying to do so much, and they just can't seem to put the ball
Again, this is a very tough conference to play in.
Yes.
Right, yeah. New York Tech seems to be a little more disciplined. It looks like they're unraveling Molloy a little more. They're getting a little out of their game.
Sinati got it to Bush. He got checked. The net was empty. We told you about Hunter liking to wander upfield. Here's Moon. He's trying to do too much there on himself, too.
Well, again, this is frustration. Their basic team plan is falling apart.
Oh, Ancelone, great eyes. And this time they will finish. Ancelone to John McConnell, and they score the goal.
Ancelone, again, we've been talking about him. He's doing the whole thing except carrying the water for Molloy. He just holds the ball on that, waits for McConnell to, it's an unsettled situation, waits for McConnell to cut down, feeds him the ball one-on-one with the goalie. It's a goal.
Tech will go with Eric Zelenik, who's done a terrific job on the faceoffs. He's up against Provost. Provost wins the draw. Off to Ancelone. He moves in closer and couldn't connect.
That's all right. That was a good shot. They had the backup. They still have control of the ball on offense.
All right, right now.
Now, Kevin, when you look at a guy like Ancelone, is that a guy who you think could play in the MLL?
Yeah, he has the speed and the character. It depends how he'd play with the other players. People play better with better people as well, too. They complement each other. So, yeah, I think he definitely has the talent. See what happens in a draft or two.
Hunter, nice stop that time by Hunter on the shot by Sinati. Nice clear to Brochart in the offensive end with the long pole. Very fast, Brochart.
Uses that stick well, too.
Yeah, he'll start transitions. Hogarth, 42, being hounded. Parasmo with a nice check, and it's recovered by number 4, Charlie Bowers. A chance for a little transition here. And pass a little bit behind Bush, thrown by Ancelone there. Recovered.
Boy, Ancelone is all over the field.
Yep. Here's Bush trying to knock the ball in
That's
bounds.
a loose ball
loose
push.
Ball push on Bush.
Yeah.
And the ball goes back over. Kevin Fox has been joining us throughout the afternoon here, and we'll talk about the Lizards right after this next play as Hogarth has it for New York Tech as they lead it by a score of 12-4. They make some changes. Dave Zapanik out of Massapequa. They're the premier team in Nassau County this year among the Division I schools. I should say the Conference I schools, the A schools. Mollott's got him playing very well again this year. Hogarth off on the wing. Pass goes awry. Zapanik trying to pick it up. Leone with a hard check. And he fell down, Leone, lost his stick.
Ref's letting him play.
Cockerell's got it in the far corner. Flag coming up on Molloy. They're getting a little too physical for the officials' liking.
Got to be a slash.
Caliber.
Ooh.
And another hit. Oh, Leone, he's losing it out there. Leone. Jay Leone out of Lawrence. Too aggressive at times was the scouting report. That's his 8th penalty of the year. And an opportunity as we have the player hurt on the field, but fighting it off is Hogarth. Let's talk a little bit about the Lizards, and how about ticket sales? How are those going, and how can people find out more about the schedule and tickets?
Oh, well, season ticket sales are going great right now. We're up to around 2,000. As you know, we only have about 6,100 seats in both places. Even though Hofstra can hold more, we have to keep it to EAB Park's capability. So you can get tickets at any of the Lacrosse Unlimited stores or by calling 1-866-LIZARD-1. If you need some information about that, you could also call that number or look on our website. The website's www.longislandlizards.com.
Well, once again, Kevin Rooney loves this second half. He scores another goal, and they pay again for the Leone penalty.
Well, you mentioned Kevin Rooney. You mentioned Cassidy maybe a little deficient with the long shots. Rooney exploiting that. Again, another bounce shot just taken way from outside. That surface in front of the goal area, right in front of the goalie, is hard. He bounced it to the upper corner.
Goal number 5, 4 of them here in the second half, and he's got 24 on the year. And speaking of goal scoring, I guess we're going to see a lot of that in the MLL this year. What about some of the rule changes folks are going to see?
Okay, some of the rule changes. We have a shot clock now. We have a 2-point shot line, which is around a 3-point line in basketball. It's a 16-yard shot. It's for teams to be able to come back when they're down. We also, one major change is we're not playing with long poles in the middle. We want to complete the complete midi, not just a D midi or a O midi. We want to get that back into the game.
It should be a lot of fun, and they'll be starting with their home opener at Hofstra in June. And again, to get tickets, you can call them at 1-866-LIZARD, L-I-Z-A-R-D, 1. And I guess you'll be splitting your schedule, the home games both at Hofstra and at EAB Park.
Right. We wanted to unite the two counties. We wanted to bring people from both areas, get them together, kind of spread the game throughout the island, This is for the fans as well as us.
Okay, let's see what happens here as Buchanan works it behind. Caliber playing at the X, a rare spot for him. Oh, nice feed on the crease. Cassidy couldn't handle it. Caliber, the opportunist, put it home.
Well, Barry, that comes to what I was saying before about rebounds.
I meant Cockerell, I should say.
That a lot of times you just can't see the ball. There's bodies flying all over the place. Cassidy made the save. Ball popped up. Nobody could find it. Cassidy couldn't even find it. Cockerell gets it and shoots the ball home.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I transferred to NYIT. They accepted a lot of other credits that I had from another school.
My favorite part about the advertising program here at NYIT, you get to see what you actually produce in magazines and newspapers.
NYIT offers hands-on experience and internships in over 60 majors. That's going to help me find a good job after graduation.
Call today for campus tour. 1-800-345-NYIT.
Arena Sport and Graphics in Port Washington is your full-service sports equipment and apparel store. Arena is a specialist in custom screen printing, embroidery, and uniforms. We are the official supplier of T-shirts for the Long Island High School football and lacrosse championships. We can design a custom logo for your team, business, or event. We can also embroider hats, shirts, and towels. All work done in-house. For a free catalog, call Arena Sport and Graphics, 1-800-882-9964.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because of its competitive architectural program and also its student-to-teacher ratio.
To teach students of the 21st century, I'll need a master's from the College of the 21st Century.
My NYIT scholarship is allowing me to finish my education.
For a campus tour, call today. 1-800-345-NYIT.
Excellent communication arts program, hands-on experience is the best.
And it's now 14-4 as they've opened up a 10-goal lead. 6:43 is the time of the goal. Picking that up is Sonati. Ancelone with that hard crank shot missed the cage, Arnie.
You know, that was a hard shot. Kevin, you mentioned that you want to kind of exploit the midfielders in the MLL. But then again, there's no restraining line, so when you have the face-off, everybody rushes towards midfield.
Right, that's correct. Yeah, we want to just have a battle. We want this, you know, it's going to be a great matchup. You're going to see the best lacrosse in the world on Long Island. You know, we have talented players, and it's just going to be great, exciting to watch.
Sonati with that last shot, stopped by Hunter, who's been very sharp in goal today. And that one from in tight, unable to connect, as taking that shot was John Rochfort, number 16 out of Messina, New York, the junior. We're looking for Cockerell, but it goes all the way downfield. Bush, can he get to it? No, it's going to be Cullen with the behind the back. Intercepted by Perasmo. Adam Perasmo. Here's Ancelone. Back to Perasmo. Draws traffic. Now works to Kinley, number 25. Brian out of Island Trees. Ancelone getting in tight, stopped inside. Up top, Perasmo! And he gets his second goal of the year. So 2 coming in, 2 today for the freshman from West Babylon.
Well, Ancelone rolling around in there, takes the shot again. Rebound off the goalie, comes right out to Perasmo. Perasmo has time to line it up and takes the shot. So.
Again, Hunter couldn't see the ball. You know, the bounce shot, it's very difficult for the goalie to see. Bounce right up into the upper corner. It was hard to save.
Well, Adam's brother played at Tech a year ago, so a little family situation. I wonder if his brother's here today, watching his younger brother play. So you get a lot of these local rivalries. These kids know each other in Division II, going to the same high schools.
And I'm sure they play against each other in summer league out here on the island.
So here is now Molloy trying to do something after getting that last goal. And good job that time by Provost, number 17, to bring it down. Swing it behind. Currently Tech ranked number 6 in the latest poll, in the Division II poll.
Penalty coming up on Tech.
Moon will get the shot checked as he got it off. And now the penalty on Tech will give a slash. It'll be a 1-minute opportunity coming up. Getting back to the Lizards again, as we mentioned, the inaugural season of the league. You're going to have some pretty good rivalries with the 2 teams in the New York area, one up in Connecticut and Fairfield, Connecticut, and one over in Jersey.
Yeah, we also have Rochester upstate, so it just looks good. I mean, everyone has great teams. The rivalries are already starting to set up. We play Baltimore on June 7th down in Baltimore, and that's looking to make for a rivalry. Everyone's just excited to play. We can't wait to watch them. It's going to be a great game.
Okay, and of course, starting at Hofstra, the opening game, June 14th, and that opening game will be at 7:30. And a lot of tickets are still available. Oh, nice work that time. Michael Bush putting it home to give him the extra man goal.
Well, that was an interesting extra man. That was an interesting man up. You had the two middies out front who were crossing over, drew the defense up to them. Michael Bush just snuck in underneath the defense, and Moon fed it down low. That's the one thing you look for in man up, is to get one-on-one with the goal.
Yeah, he stepped right into the gap. Moon made a nice feed into the crease. That was a great finish.
Moon, known more as a scorer, that was only his 6th assist of the year. And he comes up with the nice assist for Bush. Bush is second of the afternoon. He has 17 on the year. And right now, working it behind, having some trouble now. Tech with it. And they lose it. Here's Bowers trying to clear. Where's the ball? Still loose. Scramble for that ball as it was knocked around. And we get a whistle. And a timeout taken by Molloy. So we'll step out. Timeout on the field right now. 4:03 to go here in the third quarter. And the Tech Bears are clawing their way over the Lions. They lead it by a score of 14-6.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because it has a very good architecture program.
For its affiliation with the Associated Medical Schools and its osteopathic programs.
I was an instructional technology student. At NYIT, computers were integrated into every course.
The faculty is very good here because they have a lot of experience in the field.
Call us for a campus tour today at 1-800-345-NYIT.
Catch the hard-hitting, fast-moving, high-scoring excitement of Major League Lacrosse as the world's top players battle it out all summer. All Lizard home games are played at EAB Park as well as Hofstra. Family affordable season ticket packages start at $115 and are available now by calling 866-LIZARD1 or log on to LongIslandLizards.com.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I transferred to NYIT. They accepted a lot of other credits that I had from another school.
My favorite part about the advertising program here at NYIT, you get to see what you actually produce in magazines and newspapers.
NYIT offers hands-on experience and internships in over 60 majors. That's going to help me find a good job after graduation.
Call today for campus tour. 1-800-345-NYIT.
Back at President's Stadium, Barry Landers along with Arnie Mazer, and also joined by Kevin Fox of the New York new entry in the Major League Lacrosse League, the Long Island Lizards. And we get set for fourth quarter action with Tech holding a commanding 14-6 lead. They've dominated face-offs. Vela this time took it, number 15, and the ball comes out of bounds and will be put back in play right now by the Molloy Bears. They've never beaten Tech. This is the fourth meeting between these two programs. They're 0-3, and the series began in '98, and last year was 17-11 in favor of New York Tech. You know, one of the things, Arnie, and we'll talk about it in a moment, as Molloy's pass is broken up, and ball goes out of bounds. Joe Watson's pass broken up there. One of the things that you talk about this Molloy program, they do not have their own field.
Really?
Every game is an away game. They have played, so that is tough till they finally are able to get, facility. I think they're working on it.
That's a tough thing to play. I mean, that's really tough to play.
Yeah, every game is an away game for them, so there's no home field advantage, home cooking or anything. Here's Cottam, number 3. Mark Cottam out of Springfield, Pennsylvania. Played at Essex Community College, another fine junior college program. Whistle blows.
That's going to be a slash or called it a hold. That's interesting.
Rooney and Cockerell have combined for 9 goals. Rooney with 5, Cockerell with 4, Buchanan with 2 for New York Tech. Lyons, Boyle, and Caliber have the other goals for Tech, and Molloy's goals, Parasmo with 2, McConnell with 2, Moon with 1. Interestingly enough, number 44, Ancelone held off the board. John Ancelone without a goal today.
I'm surprised, but then I was in the back of my mind, I just realized I hadn't seen him score all day. So,
30-second man up here,
which has got to be very frustrating for him right now at this point in the game.
Tech moving the ball quickly. Trying to isolate the shot by Lawrence from up top. Feet on the crease, looking for Cockerell, looking for his 5th goal. And the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to rule it a shot. And it'll be put back in play by Cottam. Penalties all over, so the teams are all even. And that shot deflected from outside. It'll still be Tech ball. New York Tech, team that has been very strong under Jack Cayley. Jack Cayley
changed the offense out there.
Yep, looking for win number 90 in his 9th year here at Tech. Jack formerly coached at St. John's. In tight opportunity there once again. And that was a good scoring opportunity for Buchanan, who was denied moments ago. And now, with the ball, is Molloy as they try to get back into this game. Ancelone will try to pick it up. Working against Boyle, who has the short stick, whips it to the near side. McConnell. Pass goes awry, but there's Ancelone to pick it up. Off to Moon. Moon, predominantly lefty, goes to his right.
That's going to be a hold.
Gets taken down on a hold. And Kevin Rooney, matched up against another pretty good All-American midfielder there, draws the penalty. So Rooney will head to the box. And it'll be extra man for Molloy. Let me just give that phone number once again for tickets for the Lizards. They're 1-866-LIZARD-1. And not only can they get information on the phone, but Lacrosse Unlimited with their 4 stores on Long Island can be a place they can go down and get not only information but tickets as well.
Yeah, since they're the owners, we have all the information down at the stores. People are more than welcome to help you out. You can contact any of the stores or use the Lizard number, whatever you need.
Okay, those store locations, of course, there's a store in Manhasset, one in East Meadow, one in Huntington, and one in Hauppauge.
Yeah, we cover the island pretty good, the central part of Ireland from Nassau to Suffolk. You know, for those people that live out a little farther, maybe you want to call the number instead of coming.
Well, Ancelone didn't score until just then. Loose ball situation. He says, hey, I'm going to take it to the cage.
It's about time. We've been waiting for him to score all day. Again, that comes off an errant pass on a clear. There's one cardinal rule of lacrosse. You never want to clear the ball to the middle of the field, because if it screws up like we just saw there and something gets dropped, you leave the ball wide open in the middle of the field. Ancelone just walked in for an easy goal.
Well,
yeah, that's one of those garbage goals that everyone's talking about. You know, it was a great move by Ancelone, great shot. He just had the opportunity to get the ball.
Back they go to the goalie. And Hunter helping on the clear. Brochart. He told you he likes to go to the cage, and he scores! Kenny Brochart, the co-captain out of Hicksville, comes up with the goal, and it is now 15-7.
Well, you called it, Barry. Kenny Brochard likes to go to the cage. He has the stick work to do it. He just took that ball all the way upfield. They say the car, again, when you see a defenseman coming downfield, you got to stop the ball. Nobody stopped him. He walked right in and scored.
Well, Brochard doing what every defenseman. Arnie, did you have a score when you were a defender?
Yes, I did. Yeah, same kind of situation. You just came downfield. Nobody's going to pick you up.
Now,
you're going to shoot the ball.
Who was that against, and did you have the goalie sign the ball?
It was so long ago, Barry.
Artie Mazur played at Hobart up in Geneva, New York. One of those places that's far removed from the mainstream.
In many ways.
Here's Cottam with it. Cottam going to his right. Checked. Good job by Provost. Checked it away, but it's recovered by Tech. Cottam again. Stopped nicely by Cassidy, who's been under siege today. Bowers with a clear. Jeremenko, nice clear to the long stick. And then Jeremenko will try to get some. Oh, he paid the price for going to the cage there.
See, now there's an instance where a defenseman got stopped. And Jeremenko's staying down there because he wants the ball back.
Oh, nice recovery by Bush. And Molloy with it. And Salone. Over to Moon. Nice feed. Oh, Moon. Good scoring position. Upset with himself.
Moon trying to pick the corners and maybe waited just a little too long.
So it'll still be Molloy ball. Molloy, as we said, a very young program. They've picked up a lot of JUCO transfers. And they will continue to get better under the fine tutelage of Joe Catalanati.
What a nice move.
Nice move. And Ricky Sinati, the senior from Mineola, another Nassau County Community College product with the goal.
Sinati just getting the ball. That's basically a face dodge. He just came right in and let it go. That's a classic midfielder move.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because of its competitive architectural program and also its student-to-teacher ratio.
To teach students of the 21st century, I'll need a master's from the College of the 21st Century.
My NYIT scholarship is allowing me to finish my education.
For a campus tour, call today 1-800-345-NYIT.
Excellent communication arts program, hands-on experience is the best.
Arena Sport and Graphics in Port Washington is your full-service sports equipment and apparel store. Arena is a specialist in custom screen printing, embroidery, and uniforms. We are the official supplier of T-shirts for the Long Island High School football and lacrosse championships. We can design a custom logo for your team, business, or event. We can also embroider hats, shirts, and towels. All work done in-house. For a free catalog, call Arena Sport and Graphics, 1-800-882-9964.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because it has a very good architecture program.
For its affiliation with the Associated Medical Schools and its osteopathic programs.
I was an instructional technology student. At NYIT, computers were integrated into every course.
The faculty is very good here because they have a lot of experience in the field.
Call us for a campus tour today at 1-800-345-NYIT.
That makes it 15-8, so they're back within 7 as we've got 10:16 showing on the clock remaining here at New York Institute of Technology. I want to thank all the fine people, both from Tech and Molloy, for making this game possible. Hope you're enjoying the television action, watching on Cablevision of Long Island. We'll have a lot more games coming up, including the Ward Melville Sachem game coming your way, as Landu Sports will present that for you. And right now, some fresh legs getting in there for New York Tech. We'll identify them as we go. John Rochefort, number 16, working in the midfield with John Hogarth, 42, and Dave Zepanik, number 7. Here's Rochefort isolating one-on-one. Throws a double and scores anyway. Low, hard shot. He drew the double. And Rochefort, Jr. from Messina, New York, out of Canton Community College upstate, gets the goal, his 5th of the year.
Well, if you notice, Tech set up right in front of the goalie. You had kind of a stack, which they've been running all game. Rochefort just took a fake to his left, went to his right. I have a funny feeling the goalie was screened, let the shot go low, which is tough for a goalie to see. It went in the net.
Not only was it a great screen, but that was also a great shot. Bottom corner, opposite of where he was cutting. The goalie's moving away from that anyway. That's hard for them to save.
Well, he's been coming on, as we mentioned, had a goal against the Delphi, and is going to see a lot more playing time. Plays on the second midfield unit. Boy, Zelenik continues to dominate the faceoffs, number 21. Won that one again. And behind the cage, it's picked up by the defender. Here's Leone. He'll draw some riding action by Cockerell. Now draws a double. Leone taken down. And he's going to get possession of the ball.
He had to get rid of the ball in 10
lost
seconds and didn't do it.
So now Tech with it. Buchanan off to Hogarth. Here's Rochefort, who scored that nice goal. Has Sinati on a short stick on him. Drew the double and threw it away. So it goes out of bounds. As we mentioned, Tech's remaining schedule will be an important one for them. They will play Post in a critical game on May 5th, but a lot will happen when the Delphi and Post play. That'll be a very important game, Arnie. They still have yet to play that game.
It's a big rivalry out here, too.
Right. And both the Delphi and Post are playing today. Delphi with that big game against Lemoyne. Here's Hogarth. Sapanic. Got a good outside shot, Sapanic. And that time, one of the few mistakes John Buchanan has made on the offensive end.
Well, looking to get a long pass across on backside. Just threw it over his head. It's going to be a Molloy ball.
So they'll put the ball in play, Molloy. And again, if you're enjoying lacrosse, it's going to be an exciting year. Arnie, on the college level, of course, we're watching some fine Division II teams here. Stony Brook has improved their program dramatically. John Espy's club almost came away with a thrilling victory over Rutgers, losing on a Keith Cromwell goal in the final 4 seconds. Penalty coming up now against Tech.
That's going to be a slash. Can always tell a slash by the sound.
So they've got a free one here. And Ancelone had the ball checked out of his stick, and now the call will be made. But, Arnie, it's been a terrific year in lacrosse. We mentioned Stony Brook coming on. We'll see Stony Brook play UMBC, but we were out there today, actually, doing a little bit of a site survey, and they're building a beautiful new facility, 7,500-seat facility for football and lacrosse.
Wow.
That'll be ready in about a year and a half, and they've made a real commitment to their program out there.
Well, it's nice to see schools making a commitment to lacrosse, especially now with, as you mentioned, the year we're having where it's been a very interesting year. Whoever seems to be at number one quickly moves away from it or moves down from it. But again, attracting schools, Division I schools, to see this, even Division II games like this to be played are just, it's fun to watch.
Well, the sport of lacrosse is growing around the country and certainly here in Long Island. And I know Kevin Fox will talk about it in a moment as Ancelone trying to make a nice feed on the crease pass to Watson out of St. Anthony's High School could not be handled. But girls lacrosse is really booming. And I know you'd like to have those young ladies that are watching, playing lacrosse right now, come to the Lizards games and see the lacrosse at the highest level.
Of course, this is a game for everybody. You know, we want to bring all the fans there. We don't just want it to be for lacrosse fans. This should be for the whole family. We want it to be a whole family entertainment.
That time, Buchanan denied, number 31. He recovers off that shot. Buchanan taking it behind, whips it up top. Caliber with the shot. And now Bowers looking to clear to Moon. Let's see his speed in the open field.
It's there.
Put it in the high gear.
Yeah, it's there.
Arnie saying, I wouldn't want to be defending against that guy with that speed.
No, I wouldn't
You'd be trailing him.
I wouldn't want to be
You'd
chasing
be trailing him. Here's Ancelone swinging it. Oh, Parasmo looking for the hat trick. Couldn't get it. And it'll still be ruled a shot. It'll be still a Molloy ball.
Yeah, Barry, there's nothing like chasing down a guy. You're going at top speed, and he's pulling away from you.
Well, we've talked about Stony Brook, John Espy's club. Kevin Paul's having a terrific year. He's one of the big scorers. And obviously, Stony Brook needs a few more players to compete in that very tough ECAC conference. Hofstra, they're going to have a tough time as they play in the playoffs. Sonati with a shot. Oh! And Hunter had a little trouble with that rebound.
Well, you mentioned the ECAC could be the toughest conference in lacrosse. You've got a number at top. You've got Georgetown. You've got UMass, which is number 2 this week. I mean, that's quite a tough conference.
And Greg Canella, another Long Island guy, has done a terrific job up there, Kevin. So there's so much interest in the sport this year on the college level with the new pro league coming in. People are talking about lacrosse.
Yeah, it's getting to hit the more popular scene right now. It's starting to become a little more mainstream. Everyone's starting to catch on to the phase of lacrosse.
Oh, what a shot by Rooney. Upper corner. That is a major league shot, Kevin Fox.
That certainly was.
That was all Kevin Rooney. He was held. He moved. He just kept running, and he just let that shot go, hit the upper corner. We did talk about the height of the Molloy goalie, Kevin.
Yeah, that was a tight in the corner. He was reaching for it. He had a tough time getting to it.
Timeout on the field. We'll step away right now for a break. And right now, New York Tech, after Rooney gets his 6th goal of the game, leads it 17-8.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I transferred to NYIT. They accepted a lot of other credits that I had from another school.
My favorite part about the advertising program here at NYIT, you get to see what you actually produce in magazines and newspapers.
NYIT offers hands-on experience and internships in over 60 majors. That's going to help me find a good job after graduation.
Call today for a campus tour. 1-800-345-NYIT.
Hey kids, be electric smart. Take these lessons to your heart. Be smart. If your feet are wet, it's a pretty safe bet. You don't want to use your hair dryer. Be smart. If you overload your outlets with too many plugs, watch out, because you're going to start a fire. Be smart. Keep kites away from overhead wires. Never touch a line when it's on the ground. Be smart. Don't ever touch metals to the thunderstorm cells. These tips will keep you safe and sound. Make safety first every day. Say light on.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because of its competitive architectural program and also its student-to-teacher ratio.
To teach students of the 21st century, I'll need a master's from the College of the 21st Century.
My NYIT scholarship is allowing me to finish my education.
For a campus tour, call today. 1-800-345-NYIT.
Excellent communication arts program, hands-on experience is the best.
Back at President's Field, or President's Stadium, as they like to call it here at New York Institute of Technology. The Bears with a 17-8 lead, 5:45 to go here in the fourth quarter in this New York NICAC game, New York Collegiate Athletic Conference. And off the procedure penalty, ball be put in play by Molloy. Michael Bush over to John Ancelone. Up top to Bush. Now Molloy making some changes in the midfield. We'll pick it up for you in a moment. Number 33 out there is Joel Bates. That's Bates, a sophomore from Long Beach out of Kellenberg High School. This is John McConnell. He got a check. Bates trying to rake at it. Picked up by Bush. And Salone looking. Bounce pass. Comes back toward the midfield area. 20 is Billy Hack. He couldn't get it.
Playing from out of bounds.
Right. and the Molloy player, we could hear it up here, very upset. John McConnell trying to buy a call from the referee, or at least concerned with that referee call. So here we go with the long stick. New York Tech brought it down. Good job by Peruzzi from Mineola to bring it down. And Tech will look to reset. That's Rooney, who's had a sensational second half here. 5 goals here in the second half. Boyle, number 9. We'll see why Rooney was the midfielder of the year in Division II last year. Here's Lawrence. Nice move. Lawrence in that spin. Very quick and shifty, Lawrence, out of Sachem.
Ooh, that's, again, I go by the sound.
And Charles Bowers, no mistake, he draws the penalty and will head to the box. And will be a man up once again. Bowers taking the penalty. We told you that Molloy had been penalized quite a bit today. They had given up 31 man-up goals, or man-down goals.
Also, Barry, I think there's 4:07 left. I think this comes to a point where your frustration is starting to show.
And you're out there a long time.
Yeah, you're out there a long time. It's like, you know, you're running uphill all day.
Nice ball movement.
Save.
Cassidy, a nice save in tight. And Cottom thought he had a goal there, but he was denied by Cassidy. Even though he's given up a lot of goals, Cassidy has played pretty solid on a lot of those close-in shots in particular, Kevin.
Yeah, he's getting out on a good angle, stopping a lot of the ones in close range. Those high bouncers are giving him a little problem with his height, but he's doing a pretty good job. It's just a tough situation right now.
Here's the crank shot by Lawrence from the wing. So the freshman out of Rocky Point comes up with a goal. Lawrence, known as their best rider, comes up with a nice goal there.
Well, again, the ball gets kicked around on a man up, catching the defense out of position. And Kevin, as you said it on cue, Lawrence let the ball go as a high bouncer. It just went in over Cassidy's head.
Yeah, he just couldn't get down quick enough for that. He tried to step out for it. It just hit the ground right over his shoulder. Good
Frank,
shot.
yeah, soccer player in high school, played for that fine Rocky Point program. They've had a good tradition in both soccer and in lacrosse over the years. Of course, the Ray brothers were pretty good at it at Rocky Point.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Again, a defense.
27, Leone.
Leone taking the face with the long stick and comes up with it. Paul just marches right downfield. If nobody's going to pick me up, I'm going to go in and take the shot.
So Jay
long
Leone.
poles love the opportunity to shoot. If they can get in 8-10 yards out and no one's on them, they're definitely shooting the ball.
Jay Leone makes it 18-9 with 3:24 to go. So Jay's taking a few penalties. That's his 4th goal of the year. So he likes to go to the cage.
Well, you really started to see long poles face off when Jamie Hanford started doing it for Loyola a couple of years ago, and he had a 70% winning face-off average.
That's remarkable.
Yeah. It was wild to watch him face off. He just used to stand up. He looked like he was using a broom out there, the way he used to sweep the ball to himself.
Cassidy, good job. Spotted his open teammate on the far side on the clear. So Molloy, no quit in this Molloy team, and I know they're very close to their coach, who's gone through a real difficult situation this year. And we mention it because it is public knowledge, as Ancelone stopped it. But Joe Catalanati, their fine coach, and we'll talk about it in a moment here. Oh, Cockerell behind the back pass. Lawrence with the feed. Oh, that was pretty. So Vela, number 15, comes up with the goal. I believe it is 15, not 16. And Vela comes up with the goal. John Vela, the normally a face-off guy, doesn't get out there too much playing, comes up with the goal, but nice stick work there.
John Vela, the trailing midi, just was the last guy downfield, last guy to get the ball, and showboated a little bit, took the shot behind his head, put it in.
Yeah, it was a shot that wasn't expected by Cassidy. It went right around him. Great shot.
So the score is 19-9. I was talking about Joe Catalanati, the third-year coach. Actually started the program at Molloy, had been coaching in the Catholic League, high school in Long Island, was a player for Billy Miltenberg at St. John's, came out of the Massapequa program. But he's gone through a very difficult time this year, a real difficult situation. His 12-year-old daughter, Jackie, is fighting with every ounce of her body to fight the terrible disease of cancer. And Joe has been with her, and it's got to be tough, Arnie, when you're coaching and one of your children is seriously ill, and Joe's had to, contend with that as far as trying to coach this fine lacrosse team.
Well, I think we all, anybody who has cancer, this is National Cancer Month. I don't know if you're aware of that, but it really is. It's the most dreaded thing any family can go through.
Yeah, Jackie battling a brain tumor, and we certainly wish the Catalanatis all the very best, and hope that she will recover, pull through. So right now, with the ball, is New York Tech as we wind this game down. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Tech with it.
Of course, they have to keep it in.
Trying to get a little too fancy here.
2 minutes to go in the game. Offensive
Buchanan
team up on top has to keep it in the offensive zone.
Cottam swings it up top. Caliber. Boy, it's getting murderous out there. And another flags fly all over the field.
Whenever you see a defenseman, whenever you see a long pole wind up like he's going to be chopping at a tree, you can be sure that a flag is going to fly.
Right. Well, we certainly want to wish Hofstra well in their quest to make the playoffs. So it's been an exciting year in Adelphi and Post. Certainly have been playing some terrific lacrosse as well here on the Division II level, as well as Jack Haley's club. Haley's club really, what really hurt them, not so much that loss to Southampton. That was an unpredicted loss. You lose to one of the top teams, you still can come back, but that extra loss, giving them 2 losses in the conference, is going to make it difficult.
Yeah.
2 teams from the north will play this year against 2 teams from the south. First time they're doing that, Arnie, because there was a lot of controversy last year when they changed it to have 1 team from the north play 1 team for the south for the national championship in D2.
Well, in that sense, I mean, there always has. But
there was no semifinal.
There will always be a north-south rivalry in lacrosse, and the fact is that they've opened it up a little bit. We've got an offsides call here.
Limestone, of course, is the defending champ. They surprised everybody last year, and especially these northern people who felt that, and his smile as Kevin from played for Salisbury, one of the, quote, southern mid schools. They had a great program last year, and they're playing very well again this year.
Yeah, it was great for D2 to open up the opportunity for the South to be in the championship. Usually they wouldn't get that opportunity. Now having the two teams selected, one North, one South, a lot of new South teams are starting to bring in the talent.
Yeah. And there will be a Northern Division playoff on May the 19th. May 19th and May 20th. Two Northern Division teams will play, and then on the South, two Southern teams will play. And that's why it's very significant. Lemoyne playing today, as we said, against Adelphi. Kevin Fox, I want to thank you for joining us. Want to wish the Lizards great deal of success as they get underway in June at Hofstra. Again, the number 1866 LIZARD 1 to get tickets for the Lizard, and we'll be following all the activities very closely.
All right, thanks a lot, Barry. It's been great.
Okay, and
look forward to seeing
seeing MLL action. As we wind this one down, 10 seconds to go, whistle blows, and play is called.
Well, one thing I noticed about Anselone, he's been all over the
Offside.
field today, and he's just been, he looks a little gassed.
Right, he's been playing with a separated shoulder also. So on top of that, difficult time.
Do you know?
And let me mention that Molloy is playing without some of their injured players. They lost Jason Lagnies with torn meniscus in the third game. He was one of their key players. Anthony Biscardi, an all-county player from Sewanaka, tore his ACL. And so they've had some injuries, and they don't have the numbers, Arnie, to compete at this point. They have some individual outstanding talent, as we've seen today.
But as you mentioned, Anselone, it seems that he's been protecting that left shoulder a little bit. That's why I'm wondering if it was the left shoulder.
So penalties down, but time really doesn't matter. We're down to the final 5 seconds or so. And don't commit another penalty here, please. Owens,
the game.
And that will do it. So that will do it. New York Tech improves their record to 8-2. They beat Molloy. Molloy drops to 6-4. Tech now 2-2 in the conference, and Molloy now 0-3. Arnie.
Well, as you said, Tech really looking to move up and improve their game. And if I were Molloy, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a third-year program. You really have to, look to move up. And there's plenty of room for improvement, but nothing to hang your head
And
at.
Kevin, on the other side, we saw an outstanding performance. Kevin Rooney, Cockerell, of course, is a great finisher. Buchanan, a great feeder, and an impressive performance by New York Tech.
Yeah, they had a lot of discipline on offense. They really worked around well. They were very patient at times, and they looked for the open man. They made a lot of good moves, and they found the gaps and made the right shots.
All right, Arnie and I'll be back to wrap it up with one final comment when we return. Right now, New York Tech wins it 19-9.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I chose NYIT because it has a very good architecture program.
For its affiliation with the Associated Medical Schools and its osteopathic programs.
I was an instructional technology student. At NYIT, computers were integrated into every course.
The faculty is very good here because they have a lot of experience in the field.
Call us for a campus tour today at 1-800-345-NYIT.
Catch the hard-hitting, fast-moving, high-scoring excitement of Major League Lacrosse as the world's top players battle it out all summer. All Lizard home games are played at EAB Park as well as Hofstra. Family affordable season ticket packages start at $115 and are available now by calling 866-LIZARD-1 or log on to LongIslandLizards.com.
The secret of New York Institute of Technology is out. I'm here at NYIT to find out more about this amazing college.
I transferred to NYIT. They accepted a lot of other credits that I had from another school.
My favorite part about the advertising program here at NYIT, you get to see what you actually produce in magazines and newspapers.
NYIT offers hands-on experience and internships in over 60 majors. That's going to help me find a good job after graduation.
Call today for campus tour, 1-800-345-NYIT.
Back at New York Institute of Technology, Barry Landers along with Arnie Mazer as the two teams have finished this one as they shake hands on the field, and good camaraderie in a hard-played, very physical game between these New York Collegiate Athletic Conference rivals. Tech comes out on top, and they now hope they get a little help from some other teams.
Well, there you saw why Kevin Molloy was midfielder of the year last year. I mean, that really was a show. He's got moves all over the field. He covers the field completely, can shoot from any angle, and once he gets the ball and runs with it, that's really dynamite in his hands.
All right, Rooney with 6 goals, Cockerill with 4, Buchanan with 2, and Tech getting a lot of guys involved in the offense. So that'll do it for Arnie Mazer, Kevin Fox. Great compliment to our cameraman today, doing a great job, Jim Barry and Frank Lasquadro. This is Barry Landers thanking Dave Garage in particular. A terrific job, the sports information director here at New York Tech. Once again, the final score, Tech 19 and Molloy 9. Thanks for watching, and so long. We'll see you down the road. This has been a Landers Sports production.